Champions Cup tournament results, the foot fault heard around the internet, performance anxiety, all that and more on this week's episode of the Currency Violation podcast.
The currency violation. You know how busy we all look during that intro.
I love it. I like making faces. I was trying to do my Robert De Niro, and y'all didn't know who it was.
That was not De Niro.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't get that. I see it now.
That looks
but
more
you had
like
to tell me.
Little Debbie.
That's Robert De Niro with a stroke.
Only half my face does it. Oh, that's funny.
Well, how you doing, Joshy? Thanks for joining us.
I'm good. Things are winding down. Go ahead.
At this point, there's no sense in that. You're just going to join us from now on, right?
Join me.
I'm like Jesus, dude. Sometimes I'll be there, sometimes I won't.
Oh, man.
Well, damn.
I didn't know that's how it worked.
So I can blame you for all my problems.
I did give you that.
Damn. You gave me cancer.
I was just like, give him a little bit.
What if you could give it to people? Like if I drank your blood like a lead vampire, I got cancer. That's how you get it.
Trevor is a vampire.
Drink from this chalice. So if I kill you, then I could cure my cancer. In theory.
Would you kill me?
I would. I mean, if it could cure what I have, what ails me, I'd roll it around in my head a little bit.
I don't think we're supposed to be talking about this on YouTube.
Okay, so let's get straight into Champions Cup. What do you guys think about it? Was it fun or what?
Honestly, I thought it was great. Like, for a minute, I had high hopes and kind of believed that there was a chance that Paul and Paige are both going to win a major.
Yeah.
And that was awesome.
That would be triumphant for both of them.
Yeah. That was a cool feeling.
Choke artist Paul Macbeth started after his first round shooting 14 under, highest rated round he's ever had at a major.
That's crazy.
1097. Yeah, that is kind of unbelievable. You'd think that he's done that a few times back in like 2014 or something, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But he and then squandered it by finishing after 4 rounds at 15 under.
What we went 2 down, 3 down? Rounds 2 and 3.
Yeah, and then 2 over the last round.
Yeah, that's like a porn star getting ED, dude. He just fucking.
It really is the equivalent to that. It hurt. I mean, it's mental.
Yeah, it's all mental.
It's in his head.
Hey, man, it's mental.
Hey, what are you gonna do? I mean, you gonna win all the majors?
No.
He don't have anything to prove anymore.
No, he wants to win though, dude.
He does, but not like he wanted
to win.
Paul, and you were talking about Paige. After her first round, she shot pretty well. Maybe it was the second round. The second round, I believe. But she made a comment that was like, Nate mentioned it being, her something about a major. She's like, I'm trying not to think of it as a major. And it goes back into her being like zen and not really having that fire. To me, this is how I'm seeing it. And then also, I mean, you watched her having a great finish. She still played very well. Had that badass throw in on that one hole.
It was nasty.
Still finished well, but it just made me think like, man, if she doesn't have, you kind of have to hate yourself a little bit every now and then if you want to be awesome. This is just a theory of mine. But I've said that before on this podcast where I'm like, she doesn't have that fire that like she wants to win like she used to. Now it's just like, I'm trying not to take it too seriously. Just go out there and have fun. I'm like, I don't know if that's going to make it. I don't know if it's going to yield the result that Kristen Tatar has, which Kristen Tatar doesn't really have that mindset. Whatever her last name is. But that's what I felt as soon as I watched that interview where she's just like, oh, I'm like, man, this is why we won't get old Paige back. Now she might string together a few wins, but I'm just predicting it's gone. But it may not be because of that reason. Just speculating.
No, I don't. Honestly, I don't think it's. I mean, we can look at the ratings and see, right? but I think the class of competition is in FPO is completely different than it was 5 years ago.
Yeah, but
Like
she's not
it's
performing. Yeah, like you said, we'd have to look at the
yeah.
numbers.
I mean,
That's fair.
there's people shooting FPO. You're getting over 1,000 rated events every time. I bet if we go back and look at all the the tournaments and majors she's won, I'd say some of them probably aren't even 1,000 rated event.
Yeah, and Missy Gannon won at averaging 10-12 for the entire event. That's kind of low right now in
Right
FPO.
now, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're right. That's definitely you got to take that into consideration. But you got to. Are her putts the same? She used to sink them all, dude.
She's the number one circle two putter in FPO
Right now?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
I'd like to challenge that. Not now, but I would like to go back and look. Definitely the competition's better.
Yeah.
But I mean, fuck. Missy Gannon, Kristen, Owen, Holland Hanley.
Yep.
Pretty stacked field.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Evelina.
Of course.
There's just so many. There's so many of them now.
She used to be the only woman that could throw like whatever 450 plus.
Yeah.
Now there's a few of them.
Yep. Yeah.
Congratulations, Missy Gannon, though. Big money Missy took her down, buddy.
Showed up again.
She showed up and beat Kristen.
Yep.
I don't think Kristen played the best.
No.
You know,
Her putting was not Kristen-esque.
it was not Kristen like. She averaged 10.09. So yeah.
I mean, not bad.
I mean, yeah, not bad, but it's funny to say that. Be like, yeah, it's all right for
Mhm.
FPO. But now, like, these ladies are shooting pretty fucking well, averaging over like 10-20 a tournament. She's never found that out. Missy has never. She's 7-0 on going into a final round with a lead and taking it. She's never lost. Yeah, she's never lost the lead.
That's crazy.
Going into a tournament, like going into the final round.
That's a good stat to have too.
It is fucking, and it showed, dude. She was making every putt.
Yeah,
she made that huge one like at the first of the last round, like hole 2 or 3 or something, from like 40 or 50 feet, and then you didn't really see her putter drop at all.
No, that was one thing that I thought was kind of funny and stuck out to me is when they were interviewing Paige after the third round. That was one thing she's like, "Yeah, I just need to go out there and shoot this and hope Missy misses some putts." And she's like, "But Missy doesn't miss putts."
Yeah,
so
astute observation.
Yeah,
she's not wrong. I wonder if Paige was as good of a putter, let's say 5 years ago, as Missy. Like, could you compare Paige's putts back then? I remember her making everything. But maybe I'm misremembering.
No,
to an extent.
It seems like she did make everything. You're right. Like I'm with you on that.
Because she's missing some circle 1 putts.
Yeah.
But I will say
circle 1 putting. I said she was the number 1 circle 2 putter.
Right, but she did sink a lot of fucking big boys too. A lot of circle 2 putts at this tournament from the drop zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One whatever that hole was.
That 40 footer.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a cool drop zone.
Yeah.
Because it was, you had it was 40 foot water out behind the basket. It was just it was a cool drop zone.
If you told me to choose between her and Paul Macbeth to make that putt, I would have chose her this past weekend. I would have.
How consistent she is with those.
Paul's not as consistent.
No. Hurts my heart. I get it feels personal. I'm getting too invested in watching these tournaments, and it I don't know why. I'm like, come on, this will be the one that Paul takes it. And then after that first round, it was looking like this could be it.
Yeah.
I'm sure we all thought that. Like, oh fuck, 14 down. He was like, how many strokes ahead of second place? 5?
On day 1?
4.
Yeah, like 4, yeah.
Yeah, 3 rather. But still.
It was like I said, it was cool. Like, it was just cool when I was thinking that Paige and him were gonna win. Like, I was just like, yes, the old days are back, baby. Let's go. And I'm not a huge Paul guy, but I'm a huge PP. I love
PP fan over here.
I love PP. So like, I was pulling hard for PP.
And kind of turned into a Paul Macbeth fanboy.
Yeah, you
as
have.
you know. Yeah,
for sure.
I'm always rooting for him. He stays in my fantasy lineup.
How'd
Still
that
a
go, by
solid
the way?
fantasy. What's that?
How'd your fantasy go?
Not great. I won the last 3 weeks in a row. I've taken the lead in fantasy, but this past one at Champs Cup, I didn't do very well, buddy. Niklas got me. Didn't pick it. Isaac Robinson. Congratulations, Isaac Robinson.
Yeah,
We'll go ahead and move straight to MPO.
Oh,
the major hunter.
iRob. That's another one too. It's like, what did they? Let me look here. Isaac Robinson averaged 1050. So that's
nutty.
That's good, but like, yeah, that's probably about normal for a
It was
major or for any tournament to average.
It was just weird, like, and it seemed like it was, and I could be completely wrong, but it seemed equally windy throughout the whole tournament. You know, maybe Saturday, Friday, and Sunday was worse than Thursday, but it was windy like every day, and like they just couldn't score. Like they get the 20 under, and then it just stopped.
Yeah.
It was nuts. Yeah. It was crazy. Like even Calvin almost went from not making the fucking cut. I mean, he almost didn't make the cut after the third round, and then shot a fucking crazy round the last round and pulled himself in the top 6 10. Or 7 or something like that. That was crazy. Like it was just they weren't scoring after it. I don't know.
That last round, he jumped up 24 spots, shooting a 12 down to tie 8th place.
Yeah, that's he almost he went from not like one stroke away from getting cut to fucking 8th place.
Yeah, Barella almost came from the chase card to take it.
That's what I was wanting, and we were watching a few of my friends and I, and we were just hoping for him to mess up so that AB Marweed, like Marweed, I thought had a good run at it, but you know, I don't know. He only shows up when the word major is in the.
Yeah, it's kind of it's funny. He mentioned it himself. It's basically a meme now.
Yeah.
You know, and it is.
Well, I heard him say it on an interview, and I couldn't tell. I've watched so much and listened to so many podcasts and everything else. I couldn't tell you where it was at, but he pretty much said like, yeah, I care more about the majors, and honestly, elite wins. They're not, you know.
Don't mean shit.
I'm not as concerned about them as the majors.
He said
I'm sure he's trying. You know.
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
that's what. In one of the more recent, an interview he did. I don't know if it was one of the post round interviews they gave this at Champs Cup, but he mentioned that he's like, I'm not doing anything differently. He's like, I don't know, but then he kind of elaborated on like, you know, the majors are a big deal, and but yeah, it's interesting.
Four-time major winner. He's already, what is he, 21?
He's 5 years older than Gannon.
He gets one more or two more, he'll be tied with Rick. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think I mean, he's already tied with like Doss and I mean, he's up there already, dude. Yeah. I mean,
and if Macbeth would have won, he would have tied Ken Climo.
Yeah, I remember Nate talking on the first day when Paul started going off. He was like, "Watch out, Kenny! Watch out, Kenny!" And I was just like, "Please, Paul, do this." And then by end of day 2, I was like, "This is not going so well."
Same. I didn't get to watch round 2, but I was following scores on PDGA, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't know about it." I think after the second round, he only had like a 2-stroke lead. No, he was tied with Isaac after the second round, and I was like, "No, he's not gonna win. It ain't happening." But dude, it like everything fell into place that first round for Paul. He was making all the fucking putts. He had that mistake on the first hole, but that could have happened to anybody. He just had a tree kick, go OB, took the bogey, but that was it. 2 more pars and the rest birdies. And my heart.
Go ahead, sorry.
That's it.
I was gonna say, do you think he performs better under pressure when it is that not major anxiety, but like the nerves of playing at a major versus other players in the field, that he can keep a cool, calm head? Is that why he does so much better versus?
Maybe. I mean, you probably
you talking Isaac?
There.
Yeah, probably. I always wonder about the mental game, because they spin that story so much watching it live where they're like, oh, like if they're paying attention to scores, he has to be thinking about this guy and waiting on this guy to slip up or going to lead card to apply pressure. And I'm like, how many of those motherfuckers really buy into that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure most of it is completely true, but how much of it is them just playing the course and trying to do well for themselves? Because you are playing yourself. Like,
Yeah.
you're playing, it's a personal thing. It's not a team sport.
No, it's.
I mean, you are,
of course.
yeah. So I wonder how many people are like, "Oh, Ricky's on my tail," or
they
and then
fucking know.
I know. I'm sure most,
Yeah.
but I'm wondering how much of that is kind of blown up. I remember watching one that Eagle won a few years ago. I don't remember where it was, but he won some tournament a few years ago. That's how you know how long it's been a few years, because Eagle won one. And he mentioned, he's like, I didn't look at scores, and I don't remember who all was playing it, but he's like, I didn't look at scores. I just tried to play really well. And I'm like, yeah, how many of them do that? Because every time you watch it live, and I'd say 99% of the time they're paying attention to scores, they're looking at placement, and they're thinking that pressure is fucking with them or fueling them, whatever. But I wonder how much of it is just like, I mean, I know that guy's playing good because I'm on his card, but whatever, I need to make this putt.
I think it varies, right? Like I bet Gannon knows exactly where everybody's at. He looks at his phone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's watching coverage. Like,
absolutely,
he knows exactly where everybody's at. But then I'm sure there's some of them that probably don't even look at scores until it gets down to, maybe back 9 or maybe even later, hole 12 or something, and then they get a game plan from that. But
yeah,
they definitely feel pressure. If Gannon's on their tail, or Ricky, or back in the day Paul or something, it's they feel it. I mean, with golf, like, that was the thing. Like, when Tiger was chasing you, it seemed like Tiger would chase everybody down, and it would be because Tiger played as well or not better under the pressure, and them other people wouldn't.
mm-hmm.
And that's the reason Tiger got a lot of his majors, is because of that. And maybe that's something that Isaac, like Josh said, like, maybe Isaac don't feel the pressure.
He's unfazed, maybe.
And everybody else does feel a little pressure, and he doesn't, and he just
zones in and plays his game. That's what I saw from the other day, especially on that back 9, because of course I'm wanting people I like or something like that to win, and I'm just like, he's not making mistakes.
Yeah.
His mistake was, he missed a putt and gets to tap in. He's still at par.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Things of that nature.
I mean, same thing with Missy, right? I mean, she kind of did the same thing. She just didn't fuck up.
Yep.
And then somebody started getting close to her, and that got fucked up. So.
Yeah. Yep. Not even Kristen could take her. Maybe she would have if it weren't for a foot fault.
What? What are you talking
I'm sure
about?
everybody listening really needs 3 more opinions on it.
Yeah.
They haven't got enough off the fucking internet.
And of us saying something that most people, or maybe not most, but a lot of people have already said.
It's
real quick before we go to that was Isaac is the only player to win, the first player to win Champs Cup twice.
Really?
Yeah.
His last, I think it was Macaulay that put this in the chat or something. Like, his last 4 wins
have been
majors, besides like the Savannah Open or some shit like that. Like his last 4 A-tier wins or some shit.
And Missy's 2-time now, right? Major winner.
Yeah.
Oh, before we go on, shout out to day 1 leader for FPO, Hannah Wynn.
Oh yeah,
hell yes, dude.
I was stoked. She played her ass off.
Yeah. She's getting her game together. I'm proud of her.
And go ahead.
I was just gonna say Capitan, but
Capitan. Her post-round interview after the first round was so humble and so like realistic. It made me laugh. Or she's just like, I don't know, probably not gonna do that tomorrow, but I'm gonna go out there and try. You know what I mean? Yeah. Basically, was the sentiment.
I loved it. She's like, yeah, maybe 2 or 3 now, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Dude, she was hitting every putt. That was a nasty round. Yeah, I'm stoked for her.
She played well the second round, if I remember correctly.
So the last day for her to, I think, finish in, if she would have made the putt, she would have got like solo 10th. But if she missed it, that added more people in. And it literally, dude, she hit right side chain and it just bounced out and laid on the ground. I was just like, You stupid fucking basket.
Brutal.
Yeah, you called that. It's correct. She's tied 10th with Henna Blomroos. Yeah. If she would have shot one stroke better, she would have solo 10th. Wonder how much
Yeah.
money that cost. Speaking of money, I do want, before we go to the Kristen thing, this year's Champs Cup, I looked it up, paid higher than last year. So
Did
if
it?
you thought disc golf was on fire, maybe not think that just yet. MPO brought home 11,000 for first place. I think last year it was 9.5.
That's FPO, right?
No, that's
This is
yeah,
FPO he's
that's
talking about.
FPO. I'm stupid. FPO first place brought home 11,000. I think it was 9.5 last year. MPO brought home 16,000. I think that's up,
Okay.
$1,500 or so this year.
That's
There you go. There's still money in the sport.
11 grand ain't bad for a
No,
weekend of disc golf.
no, that's pretty
No, I'd work 4 days and make 11K.
good. That's about that's about average though. I feel like for these tournaments,
Yeah.
Oh, really?
it's about 10 grand, right? Wouldn't you say?
No, I feel
I
like
think a
Missy.
major would be more. but-
I feel
Yeah,
like
fair.
Missy cashed in a lot on her first major, if I recall.
Mm.
I wonder what that was. Anyways, sorry.
You're good, buddy. So let's talk about the foot fault. First off, it was a foot fault.
It was.
It was a foot fault.
He was not incorrect by calling it.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah, but
What are you gonna say, dude? Don't do
say
that.
it. Yeah.
If you're gonna say it, like you're in a, and this is my thing is, I feel like if they're gonna have marshals out there, they need them on every hole.
On every card.
It's impossible.
Yeah. Or assign a marshal to the hole.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Don't sit there and call it, and then when she comes back at you at it to ask questions, and verbiage is the rule saying you have to be able to watch the foot and the disc at the same time, and then you sit there and go, I don't know, I didn't get to watch both.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to quote the podcast that we ride their coattail, Disc Golf World. Jefferson said it best. He was talking about, like, you got to mean it. You got to say it with your chest, because now he looks like an idiot for doing that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a big decision. I mean, that could have been a big difference in how she finished. Which I think she ended up losing by a stroke or two.
I think it was
strokes.
2.
Yeah.
But that could have been. I mean, if she could have got the birdie there or a par, it would have been a par.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have changed the trajectory of how she played the remaining two
for
holes.
sure. Like she tried to make it on hole 18 and went OB. She wouldn't have did that.
Right. Yeah,
you never gonna
by the
know
way,
how it would have finished.
By the way, what a fucking throw-in attempt.
Yeah.
Did you see how close that was?
Yeah.
That blew my mind.
Yeah.
How close that was. Yeah. If you're gonna say, and also I think you let the card make that call. The card didn't have any decision in it. It was just a guy saying you're gonna get stroked for that. My thing is, I think it's kind of bullshit that they can issue a time warning. Like they warn Gannon Burr before they stroke him. They give you one warning and then you get stroked for it. But that is straight up to a stroke penalty. I think that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, aren't both of them kind of subjective? Especially if the guy said, if you pull up her statement, she mentions that the dude said that, what was it? She asked if he could tell, and he didn't know if the disc left her hand before her foot slid into the disc. Basically, he was like, I don't really know, but he still issued the stroke. You would think after he said that, he'd be like, you're right, let's withdraw it. I'm sorry, I'll drop it. Right? Like, why couldn't he do that? Why did he have to be headstrong about it?
I'm not sure.
What is this guy, a state trooper?
It says, but this is what she said. Of course, I would never want to gain an advantage unfairly, but the situation was strange. When I asked the marshal if he was 100% sure the disc was still in my hand when it moved, his answer was that he could not focus on two things at once and couldn't see, but he is still 100% comfortable giving me a penalty stroke.
Yeah.
So, this lie, motherfucker. At this point, if you're gonna stroke her, I've been on a detox from YouTube and everything lately, so I didn't get to watch Disc Golf World. But if that's what Jefferson said, put your fucking stand by lie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, stand on business.
Yes, yeah. Put your 10 toes on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a
It's
minute.
like don't fucking say no. You're not sure in a goddamn major when Kristen's making a push to fucking come, to get with Missy, and then you stroke her and then fucking say you're not 100% sure. And I tell you, we probably won't put a video, but I mean y'all have seen it. I put it in the chats and stuff. Like
I got it.
0.03 seconds is the best I can tell from when the disc is moving.
So there is regular speed.
Yeah,
That's regular speed. Then we have.
and I kind of tried to go back and forth where people could see the time. Like it's 0.03 seconds. I don't know. Like there's no way that
He could be that accurate.
Yeah, there's no way he can be that accurate. You can't call that. I'm sorry.
Just like if you're not,
He was right. I'm not saying he wasn't right.
right, that is a football.
But goddamn, he's lucky it was right, because if it wasn't, this would be a really shitty fucking situation.
Yeah,
They'd be coming for his head.
Yeah.
I still don't agree with it. We were talking about it in our Slack conversations that we're having. I was like, I mean, rules are rules, but it's bullshit. That sucks. I think that it should have been on the card. The card should have had to say so.
Absolutely. That's
Like I said, and I don't know if you can issue a time warning. You better be fucking timing me. You better not be counting to 30 in your head.
Aren't marshals only supposed to be there to second it after the card if it's like a tiebreaker or something? Have you guys heard anything about that?
Well, apparently they can do this too.
Yeah, I think they can make their own.
It's within the
calls
rules.
too.
Yeah.
They don't need a second like a player would.
Right. Which is kind of bullshit.
Yeah, I mean,
and none of the players saw. Like, did the players get to give their opinion on it?
No, it says it in her statement where
so couldn't you stroke? Never mind. That's a whole other. Never mind. Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't think it was cool. But I don't know if I was as upset as the internet was about it, where everyone's like, people were discounting Missy's win because of it. I'm like, all right, calm down.
Yeah, she's got to get her flowers, dude. I mean, we don't even know what would have happened if it wouldn't have been called. I mean, that's obvious, but like,
I'm gonna say Kristen wouldn't have won, even if she took a par instead of bogey on that hole. Missy was playing so good; she was the better player this weekend.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, but god damn it, don't take that from us.
What's that?
That run, like,
yeah.
We don't know what had happened. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm sure everything we're saying's been said a million goddamn times already.
Yep.
And it was the right call. Did I fucking hate that he made the call? Yes. Is he lucky that it was right because it was so goddamn close? Absolutely. Because if it would have been wrong, this would have been way fucking worse.
He's lucky. Silver didn't put him in an Estonian headlock and give him a fucking noogie.
But yeah, it's like, in a way, this like the me just wanting to watch shit burn, man. I wish it wouldn't have been, and they would have stroked her, and then we would have went back. Like after the tournament, they'd have been showing replays, and everybody been like, "No, it was definitely out of her hand." And I'd like to see what would they have fucking did then.
Yeah,
because they might not be able to use instant replay on the course to make these calls, but god damn it, there's a bunch of fucking dorks that play fucking disc golf, and all we do is think about disc golf, and we'll pick it to death until we fucking find it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like there's videos out there, like that video that you just seen. That wasn't from DGPT. That was from somebody else that was either on the card or and actually let me give him a shout out.
Or they're just filming Kristen from behind because they're creeps.
Disc Golf Fanatic, that's not it. Somebody sent him that video. So that's where we got it from. So giving him a shout out. That's he sent it to us. So I'm not sure who it was. I think he said it was a USA player. That I don't know that means they were on a card or they were following, but whatever. But if it wouldn't have been a foot fault and he would have called a foot fault, that would have been I want to know what that would have happened.
Yes. Yeah. Because I think that's what hurt most people is how it could have potentially changed the trajectory of
the outcome.
The outcome for sure. But yeah, one of the big things I kept seeing too, where people are like, "What about this foot fault?" From other foot faults from Paige, and then one from Marwie, and a few different ones that are the lead card playing that aren't being called on these foot faults. And guess what? Yeah, that is bull. I agree with that. What about like how come they're not calling? How come you're not seeing all of these? That's why it makes you think. Put tinfoil hat on.
Was that when? Was that? Was those foot fault? Well, Morrow was because he was on. Was he on lead card?
The final round.
Yeah.
But it's like it's a thing of like if you're gonna have marshals on lead card or chase card, you should have it for everyone. You can't just Hawkeye the ones in the spotlight, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. But this thing, like what you said, like a marshal on each hole, that's a good way to do it because there's so many cards, and then you'll be walking with the cards and everything else. But like, you can't just have them on lead cards. Simple fact is, some motherfucker can win from 3 cards back.
Yeah.
What if he's back there foot faulting and you're calling foot faults on it? It's not fair. It's not a fair and equal thing if you only have them on the lead card.
Absolutely.
I mean, and as disc golf people, as disc golf fans, we've asked for marshals for to call the times
because disc golfers are too big of pussies to do it themselves. They have to get a marshal to do it.
And when there's like the Adam Hammis OB at Waco, like if there would have been a marshal make that call, that probably would have been OB.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just be honest. But nobody in the card wanted to call it because there wasn't a clear defined line right there, and
benefit goes to the player.
Yeah, benefit goes to the player. But like, you can't just have them watching. It can't be. It has to be equal and fair.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it should
just don't even fucking put them out. If you're not gonna have them for every card, don't even put them out there.
I think when Kristen raised that question of, did you see the disc leave my hand before my foot hit it, or whatever, however she phrased it, I think he should have been like, instead of, like you said, instead of saying I don't know, just been like, or either saying stand on business and be like, yes,
bitch,
lie.
Get out of my face.
Yeah. And then spit on Silver's face, spit right on his shirt. Instead of either doing that or being like, you're right, and then just like conceding and being like, we'll cancel the call. Can you go back on it? No takesy backsies on calls like that?
I don't think you can once it's been called.
Once you pissed her off.
Bullshit.
I'll tell you,
it's that way in most sports anyways. The only one, like, what are you going to do? Have a crew come out and review it on the field?
I mean, that's what I mean. Video evidence is the only way you can go back on a call, I'm pretty sure, in any sport. Well, referees can get in a huddle and reverse a call in football. So if there's more, I guess they maybe could have. I don't know.
You had marshals that could do that.
What if she asked him and he was like, I'm gonna be honest, I was staring at your ass in those yellow shorts and seen the disc move. I wasn't even looking at your hands.
I'm assuming that you foot faulted. I'll be honest with you.
Where can I get my wife some of those shorts? Are they on your website?
And then she's like pitching her website to him, like, actually, yeah, I did just.
They're 700 euros.
Baby, here's a Dollar General bag. Make it work.
To put your tinfoil hat on, though. What if he's anti-Kristen? What if he's anti-Estonia?
I mean, we don't know.
He's like, I don't want fucking Disc Golf Worlds to be in Estonia along with 4 other majors.
What if he's Discraft sponsored?
What if you pulled the mask off of him and he's a Disc Mania sponsored employee for, you know what I mean? I was trying to think of someone who may dislike Kristen. You pull the mask off of the dude and it's them, but no one dislikes her. No, who would do that? This guy's a fucking monster. Everyone loves Kristen.
What's his name?
Why would he do that?
What's his name? We're gonna find him.
Yeah, no, I haven't read his name anywhere, which is surprising with how hard people have been going at this guy.
Let's not go public on this dude's name. Let's not do that.
Macaulay, pull that up so we can fucking blast this guy. I want to know where he lives. I'm gonna send him fucking termites. I'm gonna mail him termites. So when he gets them in his house, it just depletes his foundation.
That's cruel.
Yes. I want his fucking kids. His wife's name.
Jesus. When did Trevor go soprano?
Let's dox this guy. That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm anti-doxing.
It made Estonian news.
Of course it did.
That's all they got to
That's the
report on.
only thing that happened in Estonia.
They're like this, and then a well was beached. That's the two main headlines in Estonia.
They're like, make queen.
Yeah, the Queen of Estonia got wronged. I
Oh.
think it even on the website, the headline read, "Yeah, a storm broke out on social media after Kristen Lett was treated badly." In quotations, PDGA doesn't deserve her. What kind of fucking TMZ website is it? Delphi Sport?
No, they're quoting a comment.
Yeah,
from
from somebody.
something. Yeah, I remember reading that. I remember reading that in a comment. I was like, God damn, PDGA. It's all right.
What else? I'm trying to look at other headlines next to that one. Former Estonian national football team head coach Uno Per dies. I'm sure I'm
I can't
not
find his
pronouncing
name.
that
I'm sorry. I
correctly.
tried.
it's okay. We'll figure it out. People listening to the show get that information to us,
Delphi
and we
is
will.
a gambling thing, right?
I don't Delphi Sport.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think that's one of her sponsors.
I know it's an Estonian news outlet.
But maybe that's what it is. Oh, I know where I've heard Delphi now. That's the ones that sponsor that place where they play that tournament.
Can we just talk about the attorney in the chair with that suit and the hair?
What's that headline?
Dude, that dude's sick.
The trial of Tonis Sildaru's case moved forward again by only a few steps.
Oh my god!
Represented by Lord Farquaad.
No joke. I wonder what's going to happen to Tonis Sildaru.
Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
Is Tonis a chick name?
Tonis.
Looks there is a female and a male in that picture.
Well, usually the defendant doesn't have a laptop, so I want to assume it's this Justin Bieber's wife looking lady right here.
Another headline below the Kristen one: a scandalous decision by the referee knocked Kristen Lett out of the first place game. I love the rules should be applied equally to everyone. Now that is a direct
they said it best.
Good point.
Well, that's her quote that she made on Instagram. I mean, it obviously bothered her enough to make that post. So who knows what would have happened if he wouldn't have been the most evil man in 2025 in disc golf. Easily. This will be one of the biggest news stories.
Dude.
This is bigger than all those spectators getting hit.
Make disc golf great again.
Or volunteers, rather. That's what I'm saying.
Get rid of the damn marshals. That was a bad. As disc golf people, we fucked it. We fucked up. Yeah. We wanted the marshals on the card to call the fucking shits, and then they called it, and now we fucked up.
We don't want to give you that much power.
No, they need to do it. Like I said, they need to put them on every hole and be like, that's the way to fix all this.
You're just going to get that. You're just going to get over policing. Now, fucking, we have all these volunteers drunk with power, just thinking that they can fucking call everything. Get it out of here. No rules.
We talked about this on the Slack, and it would 100% have to be a paid thing. You couldn't just have volunteers. Like, that's a fucking that'd be crazy. Like, they'd have to be paid and travel with the tour, and I mean, it'd have to be the same 18 fucking people.
Yeah.
Well, would the PDGA or DGPT be? Would they offer that kind of money to someone? Is my question.
No, absolutely not. That's why we'll never have it.
Yeah.
So just go back to self-policing.
Go back to self-policing where we kind of let it slide, because
leave it up to us.
The follows and the Nikos and the who else used to call people all the time, rightfully so, but those guys are out of the sport. So now it's just a bunch of fucking incels that are. No, I'm just kidding. And they're not policing. I'm one of those guys, by the way. I never call anyone on anything. I've pulled people aside before and been like, "Hey, you stepped on your lie. Maybe not do it again." It's PDGA sanctioned.
I don't want to see you twist your ankle.
Yeah, but it's only for their own safety.
That's all you guys have seen. I've had the dude shirtless with nipple rings standing behind the basket.
You called
just be like, "Hey, man, no."
You issued a warning.
Yeah, I did. I issued a warning.
Moving along, in other news, Haiti Line has to cut her season short for meniscus meniscus tear, and a complete ACL rupture.
Eesh.
So it says here, I got the MRI results, and the situation with my knee is bad. I suffered a complete ACL rupture and a dislocated bucket handle tear in my medial meniscus, which locks my knee. All that, I don't know what it means. I know ACL and
Her knee's fucked.
tear. If I read ACL and tear in the same sentence, it's
That's
not
bad.
good.
Yeah.
So her season is over. She plans to come back spring of 2026.
Don't get the bucket handle tear confused with a bucket head tear, and that's when you hurt your fingers from shredding.
Yeah, it's from I don't know. I got nothing. I haven't heard a bucket head reference ever.
Jesus. Oh, this guy's old.
All right, go on. We gotta hurry.
Happy birthday, Gannon Burr.
Happy birthday, Gannon Burr, #1 player in the world.
Oh, very nice. Did you make this?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cute.
In his 20 years of existence, let me read off some of his accolades. Untied, he fucking typo. 2 United States titles, a European Open champion, DGPT Finals champion, 4 DGPT Plus wins, DGPT playoff win, 5 Elite Series wins, 3 Silver Series wins, 3-time Memorial champion, #1 ranked player, highest rated in the world, youngest 1,000 rated player, 2 1,100 plus rounds, 2 Junior Worlds titles.
He's done a lot.
He's done so much. He's done so much more than I have in 33 years.
And I've been saying it for years on this podcast. There's no telling how good that he's going to be.
Yeah, what's his ceiling?
I don't know.
If this is his ceiling, it's fucking amazing.
And it's not.
No.
Not even close.
No, I wouldn't think
It's,
so.
I mean, we got some fun shit to look forward to. Him just dominating.
Absolutely.
I could see a year where, I mean, he just absolutely dominates. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, having like a Paul.
Like we said at FPO, same thing with MPO. The fucking competition's ridiculous. So
Yeah. When I read that he was 20 today, I was like, man, I feel like he's been 20 for like 3 years or something.
What if he falls apart when he hits 21?
I mean, that is the one thing that can stop him. All right. Just he's been throwing so hard for so long. But it seems like he has good mechanics, you know.
He's got the body for it. Like, he's so lanky. It's
Slender Man.
Slender Man.
Slinger Man.
If you don't let me in.
Happy birthday, Gannon.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Gannon.
birthday.
We love you.
Over here at the Courtesy VP. Yeah. Jacob Cordes, PDGA published an article discussing Jacob Cordes's excessive time on the course. I know Drew Gibson made an Instagram post that was filming him, and he was taking him over 30 seconds, well over 30 seconds. And then he mentioned in the post that we called him on the second one. Kind of fucking bullshit. Is he pro Jacob Cordes?
He's
Drew Gibson.
He's friends with him, but when it comes to being in, I watched the.
Why's he gotta fucking throw him under the bus?
Well, because there's rules to our game, and he's breaking them every hole.
So he's using at some point boy as an example.
Do what?
So he's using his friend as an example.
I mean, he said he would do that to anyone, but I mean, he's got bad anxiety.
You know what? You're right.
Drew
Gibson would do that to anyone.
Yeah.
I'm not like I'm kind of glad the PDGA did put out the article, because I honestly, Drew's not wrong, but also Cupcake's told, hey, call me on it, man. Fucking, if I'm doing it, call me on it. Like, if you don't call him on it, then that's on the card, whatever. But come on, Drew. He was fishing for fucking clicks, dude.
Absolutely.
Like, that's cheese dick to me. I'm sorry, that's cheese dick.
Yeah, but so
we all know. Does anybody that watches disc golf not know that Cupcake takes forever?
Yeah,
yes.
Like, we all know it. We've seen it. We know it. We don't just put out good content, Drew. We don't need that shit. Show. I love your form. I'd rather watch you throwing than fucking watching Cupcake have an anxiety attack while he's fucking putting. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, I've dealt with anxiety and shit. This shit sucks. the poor kid is fucking struggling.
Dude,
Don't try to get clicks off of him.
I had no idea. Reading this PDGA article, it was like he said he's paid a significant amount of money working with hypnotherapists and doctors.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that's crazy. He said they made it sound like, which they had like some, they quoted some sports, I don't know, some sports doctor. It was like, yeah, the yips is, and performance anxiety is like, they made it sound like an actual condition, which I guess it is, but it's like kind of funny too, to be like, I just can't release the disc. I'm like, no, you can. In my head, it's that easy. But also, you don't want to miss your putt, I guess.
I don't think it has anything to do with him not wanting to miss the putt. He's having anxiety attacks, and I mean it's almost on the edge of like OCD. Like,
yes, it is.
He's got some.
It is because
he's got some shit going on in his head, and I mean, sorry, call me a pussy, whatever you want
Pussy.
to fucking do. Like, I've dealt with anxiety, and I know other motherfuckers probably on this podcast that have too. They ain't. Whenever your mental health, whenever you got something going on, they ain't shit you can fucking do about it.
Yeah.
You just, I mean, at least he's out there trying. You know what I mean? So I'm pro cupcake on this. I hate it that he takes time, but the whole Drew Gibson video that he posted, man, fuck off, dude. We all know it. We don't need to see it. You did it for fucking clicks.
He gets stuck in like he has to reset constantly when lining up his putt.
Did Drew take that video down or did he leave it up?
He left it up. I don't know. But he said it's to the point where like his arm won't extend. So he basically just kind of has to push the putter to the basket.
Like his body just like locks up.
Yeah, I'm like, yo. That's fun crazy. But that happens in other sports with some people, I guess. This to me feels like, and Gibbs, I know that you're more in depth with it, but like this to me when I'm reading it, I'm like, this feels like somebody with what's that condition? What's the fucking one where you have verbal tics and physical tics? Tourette's. This to me is that, because I just don't get it. I have anxiety.
It's definitely
but not
more on the
performance
side of OCD.
anxiety. Yes, where I'm seeing this and I'm like, this sounds crazy. This is like getting hit on the head and waking up with a Chinese accent to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is more on the side of like
just
OCD,
put the fucking disc in the basket a little bit faster.
Like there's people with OCD that like if they don't touch something 3 times, like they have real fear that their family will die. Like
crazy.
I mean it is crazy. It's a mental health thing, right? Like fucking. I mean I'm open about shit. Like there was years that I couldn't go to a restaurant because I could not eat inside of a restaurant. I couldn't swallow in a restaurant.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what beats the fuck out of me, right? So I know it's not the same, and his only happens whenever he's playing in a tournament or whatever, and he's getting nervous. But yeah, there was years I could not go to I would go to a restaurant and try to eat one bite of food and have to stop, and then I would take the food home and eat it fine.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
I couldn't go to movie theater.
What the fuck?
Couldn't go to movie. There was I was bad for like probably 3 or 4 years. I couldn't like. My meal fucking sucked for my wife because I'm a fucking weirdo, right? Because like that was our thing, was like going out to eat and going to movies.
Yeah, and you're like, I can't eat.
Like I can't. I'm pretty sure she thought I was faking it just so I didn't have to go to date night.
Yeah. I can't eat. I have this mental health problem. And she's like, you can't eat.
You eat fine, fat ass.
You're watching football right now. That's why you don't want to go.
You weigh 300 pounds. Come on, dude.
I can't eat out in public.
Yeah, I don't know, and it's so weird, and I'm not educated enough to understand what exactly causes his shit, but I feel for him. You know what I mean? Like it sucks, man. I am glad that PDGA posted that. Like maybe we all know it takes not like way too long, but maybe some. And I actually knew that he'd been going to a therapist and sports psychologist, and I'd read an article or heard something about it, but like I said, a lot of people didn't. They just thought he was just being a dick and taking way too long. You know what I mean?
Maybe Gannon Burr has
once
the
again
yips.
He's breaking the rules. Call him on it, and he's come out and said, "Hey, I'm doing it. Call me on it. I'm still going to come out and play, but call me on it." Like that last was it this weekend? Like round one, maybe there was like a 4-card spread in between him and the card in front of him, or a 4-hole spread.
Wow. Kick him off the tour. No, that's wild.
I got cupcakes back on this. It sucks, but I don't know. Like,
when I hear performance anxiety, I only think of my wiener not getting
yeah,
hard.
for sure, dude.
I've had that before. I've had the yips in the bedroom. You know what I mean? I've had a few yips.
I've definitely had a couple of yips.
Moving on though, we got to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Simon Line is to sponsor the Preserve Championship this year.
That's cool.
Pretty big deal. What does it mean? Don't know.
Everybody gets a prolapse. I mean, time lapse. Sorry,
time lapse. Yes.
Pro.
Prolapse. Yeah, there you go. I mean, I don't know what this is going to entail.
Somebody said
more news coming soon.
He mentioned it on his
vlog.
And I'm on a
vlog.
Yeah, it's vlog, whatever the fuck it is. I haven't watched it, but he said something about he's going to redesign it. He's going to be part of a redesign. So I don't know if that means for the tournament, the layout, redesign. I don't know. I haven't watched it, so
yeah,
you'll watch it and figure it out. I mean, Simon needs the views anyway.
Yeah, actually, I haven't watched a Simon vlog in a while. I need to get back.
I watch every one of them, but I'm detoxing from all this shit. So
yeah. So he didn't even see the Kristen foot fault.
No, I seen it. I watched it.
I didn't even watch the tournament.
I'm just not on social media on YouTube.
Yeah. McCullough, we got to let you go.
No, we've got the last clip that.
Is your smoke detector going off, McCullough?
What?
Make it stop.
Is it still going?
Yeah. Cool Daddy Slick.
Who gives a shit?
Bobby Brown is back at DD as brand manager. He made a statement. In his role as brand manager, Bobby will work alongside the team to strengthen brand strategy, product positioning, creative direction, and community engagement efforts. His role will focus on helping the brand communicate with greater clarity, consistency, and connection to its community, whether it's longtime fans, pro players, or those discovering disc golf for the first time.
Damn.
There you go.
You know what he
Fat Daddy Long Dick is back.
You know what he found while he was going? Ozempic. Look how much weight this motherfucker lost.
Yeah. Well, he's on a carnivore diet. I actually still follow him on Instagram.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know what his other endeavors were after Dynamic. But yeah, he eats meat.
I told you what Emac said, right?
No.
He picked the phone up and called him and said, "We're going fucking under. I need you back. The boys are coming back.
Uncle Bobby, we need you."
Yeah.
Bobby Slick Dick.
Yeah. Daddy, if you could please. Fuck,
BSP.
I hate his fucking nickname, dude. I was talking to Gibbs about this the other day. Because I remember all the clips when I first got into disc golf. I remember all the clips that he would make for Dynamic, and he's like, "Cool Daddy Slick Breeze here," and I'm like, "Oh,
what if they're gonna go get Danny back and the other guy they fired like last year that caused an uproar?"
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I know who you're talking. What was it?
They're bringing all the boys back.
The chunkier dude. I
Yeah.
can't think of his name. Damn it. Yeah, that would be cool. It would be pretty neat if they brought the boys back. Dynamic used to own social media.
Yeah.
They were the fucking best.
The next stop, you just see a helicopter going by and it's got the thing on the back that says, "Rick, we miss you."
Yeah.
Oh, Cool Daddy Slick Dick.
Now we can go back to casually referring to some guy as Daddy.
Daddy. What if
Welcome back, Daddy?
I mentioned this to Trevor yesterday. Like, what if this is the Bobby Brown that Drake was trying to fuck, and not Millie Bobby Brown? So he's not really a pedo.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's like it's not as weird as you guys think.
No. He's
Bobby Brown from Dynamic.
Yeah, it's Cool Daddy Slick Dick. not the 16-year-old girl.
Yeah, Bobby Brown. We call him Daddy.
What if? Okay, hear me out on this. And this has been a conversation between me and some friends. Instead of being called Daddy by other people during certain things, what if they said Father?
Oh, yeah, Dad.
Yes, Father.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father. Go on my back.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right there, Dad.
Right there, Dad. And at what age? And now that he's lost weight and looks a little more fit, at what age do we have to change it to Zaddy?
Yeah,
Zaddy.
2025. People are saying Zaddy now. Cool Zaddy Slick Breeze.
Cool Zaddy Zigzies.
He can try anything he wants. He's not making me call him daddy. No one calls him that, right? Like even his friends
What if
aren't like, "Hey,
everybody
cool
does?
daddy Slick Breeze." The internet has gone too crazy and porn is just at this day and age, you can't get. He must have had that nickname back before that was like a thing, right? Before
Yeah.
daddy was so much in the zeitgeist. Now times have changed, dude. You can't come back as daddy at all.
Nope.
You can't come back as cool daddy, fucking slim daddy,
Puff Daddy.
big daddy, long dick,
Around him,
puff daddy. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
You can't
Getting
do that.
diddied.
Yeah. What if he comes back as cool Diddy? Slick?
around Emporia, they just call him CDSB.
See,
Yeah.
that's-
For short.
Yeah.
Yo, CDSB.
If I knew him, like if I met that guy and he was like, I'm like, hey, how's it going? He's like, hey, friends call me Cool Daddy Slick Breeze. I'd be like, I'm just gonna call you
No.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Bob, I'll do that.
How about you call me never again?
Yeah.
I'm not calling you.
Yeah. That pissed me right off. Someone told me to call them daddy. Yeah. Hey, since we're boys now, why don't you say fuck me, mommy, whenever you refer to me? No. Don't make me. That's like being, when you go to Taco Bell and you have to say all the dumb shit. You have to be like, let me get a cheesy, super fucking fat
Silver,
boy burrito.
Silver Saarinen protein proxy.
That's kind of in the same vein as that. Silva Sarinen's
Beef cheese burrito.
yeah. Or like Little Caesars. Let me get the crazy most awesome bread.
Awesome. Most awesomest.
Yeah.
Actually,
That's what I think of when I think of Cool Daddy Slick Breeze.
I think I want y'all to call me Fat Daddy Fuck Shit.
Fat
Like,
Fat Daddy
Fat
fuck
Daddy
shit.
Dumb Fuck or something like that. Fat Daddy Dumb Fuck. I like that.
Fat Daddy dumb fuck or Fat Daddy fuck shit?
Either one. I'll answer both.
Yeah.
Night and day,
Yeah.
Macaulay,
Spend something for the bedroom, big boy.
do I have a few seconds to read off a couple
go for it.
quick questions? Big Mike Green on Instagram asked, did Kristen foot fault or not? Yes.
Yes.
Disc Golf Dumpster Fire asked, do you really think Kristen got boned or do you think she blew it the last two holes? Both.
Yeah, both.
Macaulay, you want to further on that?
I'm just giggling.
Beaver Deska asked, oldest disc in your bag? It's you go first.
Who, me? Josh?
Gibbs.
The oldest disc in my bag right now would be shit. I guess my Leopard 3. Owen Scoggins Leopard 3. Probably from 2021. It's the first Halo Leopard 3 ones they have. Not that it's not glow, it's just Halo.
ESP Swirl Buzz I've had since about 2019, 18 or 19. I think 19. Macaulay, you got it?
Mine would be a Brody Smith Get Freaky I got when I first started playing. So it's about 5 years old.
Yeah. Nice. Should fly like a fucking Challenger by now.
It does.
Hitting Chains asked, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Probably like, what, 12?
Couple woods.
Um,
My dad used to tell me this, he's an old man, but he say about as much as a dewdrop do if a dewdrop could drop dew.
Damn, I've never heard that one.
my dad said, I'll be right back, son.
Dot, dot, dot.
I gotta get some milk.
Yeah.
Omar God asks, why aren't there more kart manufacturers? What the fuck, man? That's a good question. But you got the big ones, right? Like you got
Zuka,
Rovic,
Rovic.
Ridge Roller, like you said. So there's 3.
Fuck a cart. Get a bag boy.
Iron Giant.
Bag Boy,
Yeah, Bag Boy.
Iron Giant.
No,
What's
Iron.
the one that-
Something, yeah.
Something
Fuck.
Iron.
What's the one Deals has? It's like
That's a Ridge Roller.
$9,000.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Ridge Rollers, in my opinion, I think look the coolest.
There's a copy of a Ridge Roller. That's the one I'm trying to think of. Something
Yeah,
Iron.
it's Iron.
But
Fuck, sorry.
it's just like an R3 Ridge Roller, like Deals. What Deals has.
Yeah. Big
Looks
money deals.
Yeah.
Tina Discs asked, "Do you enjoy the fourth hole?"
Always.
Always,
Yeah.
of course.
Mhm.
Whatever that is. That's
I
us
already
getting
told you.
pegged.
Yeah, that's us getting
Fuck
pegged.
no, I don't like
Yes,
that. I
please.
don't think
Don't
I've
knock it
never
till you
tried
try
it.
it, dude.
that's true.
You ever had a Nerf gun in your ass and let them pump it?
Jesus.
Does it suck or push air out?
Both.
Yeah, just so you're like, what? Like being inflated and deflated.
Ooh.
That's it. That's all disc golf news and tournament results and questions that we got, guys.
Questions about our asshole.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, y'all.
Preparation H feels good on the whole.
Damn.
Yeah, when needed.
Would they tighten it up though? No.
He's just talking about for like hemorrhoidal problems, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, my pink sock.
Your proto time lapse.
Coming next year. All right.
Peace.
See y'all later.